What's up, everybody? It's Woody Wonkats here, and welcome back to episode 16 of the Digilocke. Last episode, we finally put Jimmy Ken to rest. He was deleted by the Zaxxon hacker team, so he's no longer a threat to us, and thus we must not deal with his crappy singing anymore. Anywho, you might be wondering why we are starting in the Digilab today. And that's because I realized in the past couple episodes that I had forgotten to do a couple things, so I'm going to go through them right now really quick. So first of all, our Darwin here is going to Digi-volve more than likely into a vaccine type, but if we are very low on virus types, we'll Digi-volve into the virus type. Metal Tyrannomon here, we need to roll his Digi-volution path so we know which way to go and how to do it. So we're going to roll that really quick. And we got 3. So we're going to go into this thing here. So we need an ability of 20. He has 14. So we're actually going to turn him back into Digimon. And now he has 20. So now when he goes back to Metal Tyrannomon, we'll be able to Digivolve him into his Megaform. Angemon is about... He just needs to get to level 26, but the ability is at where it needs to be for the Mega. Darwin here has the ability score for whatever he needs, so we just need to wait. Logan here needs to get back up to levels so that it can Digivolve into this path here. Wasmon needs about 8 levels to get into the 90 defense. And Gargamon needs just a couple more levels to go into this path here. Just 2. So at the end of last episode, we had just wrapped up a big main story stuff. So we just have some side quests to do this episode. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to pick up this case called the Number One Gamer. So we need to go to Broadway 4th floor. Oh, and there's the thing. And since we are a little... I just realized I don't have a data type, which is kind of unfortunate. So we're going to connect jump in here. See what's making this go wonky. And we've already been here, so we don't have to walk through it all over again. We're just going to go through. And there's more than likely who we need to beat up. So we're just going to walk around here, grab this, walk back over here, talk to this guy. And he is a virus type, or a vaccine type, who does a lot of damage. I think the best option is to have a healer. Yeah, I wish she learned some second stage moves. Oh dear lordy, that did damage. That's why we brought out Angemon to heal. Ow. But it looks like we can just chip away at him. And I'm realizing we're probably a little under-leveled right now. And we probably should have a couple ultimates on our team that are probably between in the either the early 30s or late 20s. Did that should KO him. or this round of attacks should KO him. Hopefully this does just a little bit enough. There we go. And we're good. I also apologize for all the clutter behind me. We're doing some late spring, summer cleaning in the house, so lots of boxes. Yeah, he's like, blah, blah, blah. He's playing the game. Wait, what? Oh. And we're done. So we can actually just... Oh. We got this at the end of the last episode. So we saw that. Ah, misclicked. So that's that side mission. So we're just gonna hand that boy in. And we're gonna take this one up. Ah, I remember this one. And with all side quests, we're not going to really read into it much. Basically, what we have to do is pretend to be this kid and fool this girl he's talking to online. So, just so you guys are aware, it doesn't matter how you answer in the end. She's always going to realize you're not him because she's a Digimon, as you can clearly see. And oh no, she is... Okay, this will be good experience. Use Thunderfall to hit all of them. Death to de-digivolutions. Wow. And Watsmon died, right? Yeah, his ability's only 14. I'm probably going to have to do some ability grinding off screen, which is going to be annoying because I don't have my usual setup like I normally do. I'm going to go grab this item first. And I don't think we can walk around. And for those who are wondering, like, what do you mean you don't have the usual setup you do? You just using the Coliseum. Normally, what I like to do for ability grinding is there's 3 Digimon. There's a Digimon that gives you bonus experience when you use it in battle, called Platinum Numamon. So what the tendency to do is to grab 3 Platinum Numamons and use them for grinding because they're going to give bonus experience to your entire party behind them. So normally, I believe we get like, so with the de-digivolutions, for example, we got 404 or something like that. If we had been using 3 Platinum Numamons, that would have been doubled, then doubled, then doubled. So 403 to the power of 3, I guess? Power 4? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the exact calculation is. what I do know is that it's a lot more than currently what I have, or was getting. And that's usually what I do to grind in when I'm doing like private playthroughs, where I'm just trying to get the strongest stuff possible. But what it's handy for is the ability grinding of like, because basically what you do is you use champions and rookies, and basically what you do is you go to an area that has a lot of strong Digimon, battle them, go back, de-digivolve or digivolve based on what stage you're at, and you basically go back and forth each time because you get probably like 14 or 15 levels, and you de-digivolve, it gives you about 10 ability, and then you go up again, it gives you about 5. And these are very rough numbers. It really depends on what level you are, and the exact calculation I'm not really going to get into because it's a very difficult number to calculate. But, so that's basically how it works in the TLDR for, like, grinding and stuff. I believe the best spot to grind, just excuse me. Grab my drink. Because my throat gets dry doing this. Basically what it turns out to be is that you get your ability very quickly. Or if, for example, I want to build a PvP team, I need to go through a whole bunch of different stages of Digimon. Maybe I'll make that like an extra video. Essentially what you want to do is you want to figure out first what the role of the Digimon is. Is he a magic attacker? Is he a physical attacker? Is he a support? Or is it... Please excuse my pronouns. Basically, you need to identify what type of attacker it wants to be. If it's his support, you want to fill up your skill slots with support skills. Physical attacker, obviously you want physical attacks. And magic attacker, you obviously want magic attacks. So the process of doing that is usually you start out with a Sumamon. And you basically go through the... One thing about Digimon is that using one Digimon, you can actually get to any Digimon you want through a combination of digivolving and de-digivolving. So, using Sumamon as an example, if I digivolve Sumamon into Karamon, and then into Kurisarimon, and then into Infamon, I can then de-digivolve Infamon into, if I've seen... You have to have seen the Digimon to do it, but as long as you're like filling up, completing the story, it's pretty easy. You de-digivolve into something you don't have. So the exact tree, don't quote me on, I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure Infamon digivolves also from Stingmon. So you could go from Sumamon into Karamon, into Kurisarimon, into Infamon, then de-digivolve back into Stingmon, and now you've got a Stingmon to use to make an Imperial Dramon, for example. And that's one of the aspects of this game I really enjoy, is that no matter what Digimon you want to scan, you can always like get to the one you actually want. Now, obviously, if you want an Imperial Dramon, it's much easier to go and scan a Sunomon and digivolve into Vmon, and then go up the Vmon tree until you get to Imperial Dramon. And 9 times out of 10, that's what you're going to do. However, when you're building for PvP, you want to maximize the best skills to have possible. So, with that being said, you can use a resource to find the skills that are learned by every Digimon. And there's actually a website that does that called digidb.io. It's what I use when I play through Hacker's Memory, because you basically select any Digimon and it'll give you the evolution requirements. It tells you the max mid and min stats for that Digimon, and what skills it learns at what level. So you basically use that to find what Digimon you want, and then you want to get the skills you want, so you want to use that site to find all the skills, figure out which Digimon needs to get to it, and then you basically have to calculate, okay, here I am, I need to get to here, and then I need to get to here, and then I need to get to there. And as I'm saying all this, I realize you guys might be watching like, man, that fucking sounds like it sucks. Who would ever want to do that? Is that why this game's PvP is not popular? No. The reason this game isn't as popular as it might be is because it's just not very well known. I love this game. I found it back when it first came out for PS4. I played it back when it first came out for PS4, and I absolutely enjoyed it. So I did a little bit more research into it, and I got pretty good at it. Now, if you're feeling like, oh, I really enjoy this, and I kind of want to learn how to play this, and I kind of want to play this, and I want to do PvP, can you do something like that? If you feel like you really enjoy this kind of game, and by kind of game, I mean this game, and you do want to get into it and learn how to do the PvP side, leave a comment down below, and I'll possibly make a video on how I do all the PvP stuff, getting all the Digimon I want. And perks of leaving a comment is you can get your name put into the video as one of the Digimon. So we have to go back to Shinjuku because there's a digital shift there, and we need to go explore it. So something else that I wanted to show y'all is that because we have a cyber body in the real world, we can actually use our hacking skills in the real world, and we can actually turn invisible. Alright. So we've got all the cases we need. So now we can go accept the main cases from... I just remembered, I can actually just click this. Take me all the way home. Alright, so we're all healed up. So now we're going to go accept one of the main stories, or main quests, and do that. So we picked this one because it's the easiest one, and probably the most boring. Oh, this, okay. So basically, this entire mission is just cutscenes. It's them going to different restaurants and talking about their favorite food. So I'm going to skip through this, and if you are really upset that I am, you can go play it yourself, because I highly encourage you do. Because the more people who get into this game, the more popular it becomes, the more active PvP comes. And I enjoy playing this game, so y'all should start playing it too. But I am going to skip through this because it's literally pointless. It does nothing for the main story. It's never referenced again. We basically just go to a bunch of different restaurants. And you might be thinking, but Witty, there was no exclamation point. How did you know that was the restaurant to go to? Well, I have played this game a lot. I know how this quest works. And if you read the dialogue, they actually tell you where they want to go. But that's never marked. I just happen to remember where you have to go for everything. Because I played this like 12 times. I love this game. So fun. Mapu tofu. And there you can see the translation error. course, Yuko. So if you can remember back to one of the earlier episodes, we saw Yuko standing in Nakano out front of a restaurant, like, mouth watering. And one of her character points is that she's a huge glutton. She loves to eat, and she basically, for someone her size, can eat obscene amounts of food. Whalers. Trying to be all like, look at my palette. And we're done. As I said, pointless. This is one of the things I don't like about this game, is there was literally no reason for this story other than to build character, like, relationships. We are now a real cyber sleuth. Alright. And now we're gonna do this broad daylight mission. This is another mission that doesn't really contribute to the main story at all, so we're just gonna skip through it as well. I want to keep the cutscene portions of the video down. So we have to go back to Shinjuku and investigate the thing that was trying to kill people. God, I really miss acceleration. Oh, the hacking skills. Am I not supposed to come here? I am confusion. I might have just played. Oh, there we go. A burn mark? So we want to find all these thingies. Dodge. Matrix. Dodge. Someone's shooting lasers at us. What the hell, man? She wants us to connect jump inside the thing that's shooting at us. She crazy. Alright, oh, encountering meteor living. any and all experience is good, so it's always worth doing this. Let's try this way. Oh, and looks like we can end the episode off with an Digi-volution. Oh, not that way. Ah! Let's escape. It's not worth the little tiny experience. Oh. I always forget there's just like Pokemon, there's a chance you can't escape or run. So. It's a tank one. So I'm actually going to put in. Oh, I'm gonna do this. He doesn't like feeling worthless. He doesn't want to be a weapon. He's created by the military, and he's pissed that I work for the police. Aha! Oh, this is 0 damage. The problem is I have all vaccine types. This is what I was afraid of. The problem is that like all the attacks have like affinities, but the main thing is like all the attacks have affinities. So your typing is applied to every attack you use. So it's a vaccine light attack, Heaven's Knuckle. And thus, it does half damage. It would be like if I'm doing a Pokemon Nuzlocke, and there was only fire, grass, and water types, and I was trying to complete the game with all grass types against all fire types. It's difficult. That was scary because Angemon was technically within range, so I have to heal Angemon. Get a good heal. And I used Hyper Cannon, so immobilize by recoil. And we got skill, X heal Waspmon. We golden triangle him. And then we get a Hyper Cannon to the face. And then we just Turbo Stinger and stuff. Ta-da! He was just sad that he was ever created because he was created to be a weapon. He doesn't like that. And they're basically just saying I shouldn't take too kindly to it, or I shouldn't feel too bad, but blah blah blah. Alright, let's go heal up. So now that we have reached 75 INT, we can Digivolve Gargomon into... And Tylemon. Woo! And we got a data type, finally. But Tylemon also only has 12 ability. And needs some ability to go into her mega form. Its mega form. So we're gonna pull out our handy dandy generator. And we got path 1. So we're gonna Digivolve into this. So we need ability 40. And a very high INT stat. 145, so that's about 80 levels. So it's gonna have to remain a Gargomon for now. But we have an Tylemon now. So we're gonna wrap up the episode here before handing in the next one in case there's a long cutscene afterwards. So I hope you all had enjoyed today's episode. I hope everyone is having a beautiful day / night. I hope everyone hits that like button, and I hope you guys like my content enough to hit that subscribe button. And please feel free to leave a comment below if you want to talk about how well I'm doing, something you might want to see changed, anything. I appreciate any and all feedback I get as long as it's not hateful. That being said, have a beautiful day / night, everyone, and I will see you all next time. Bye.